of new and additional court salas remind us that citizenship is not merely a legal status, but a solemn bond of loyalty, responsibility, and shared destiny. May we weight each application with fairness, compassion, and fidelity to the Constitution and our laws. As we consider the establishment of additional courts, help us remain mindful of the countless individuals who seek timely justice. May our decisions contribute to a judiciary that is accessible, efficient, and truly responsive to the needs of our people. Free us from bias, self-interest, or haste. Anchor our discussions in integrity, prudence, and a sincere desire to serve the common good. May all that we do today uphold justice, strengthen our institutions, and honor our duty to the Filipino people. These we ask in your holy name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
The meeting of the Committee on Justice is hereby called to order. We now proceed to the roll call of members. May we hear a motion to dispense with the calling of the roll?
Madam Chair,
The Honorable Lagbas is recognized.
we move to dispense with the calling of the roll.
Is there any motion? Is there any second?
I second.
There is a motion to dispense with the calling of the roll. The same has been seconded. The motion is hereby granted. We now proceed with the approval of the minutes of the previous meetings of the committee held last December 3, 2025, and February 2, 3, 4, and 9, 2026. The Secretariat has already distributed copies of the minutes to the members. The Chair is now ready to hear any motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the meeting
Madam Chair,
and for the approval as well. The Honorable Lagbas.
I move to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the meeting held last December 3, 2025 and February 2 to 9, 2026, and for the approval thereof.
Is there any second?
I second.
The same has been seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved. The minutes of the meeting held last December 3, 2025, and the minutes of the meeting held last February 2, 3, 4, and 9 are hereby approved as well. The Chair will address the Justice Committee. Good morning to my esteemed colleagues, members of the committee, authors, and of course to our invited resource persons and guests. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to the 8th regular meeting of the Committee on Justice in the 20th Congress. The first part of our agenda involves two applicants for naturalization through two bills filed by Congresswoman Aniela Bianca D. Tolentino, and of course this representation, namely House Bill number 1445 and House Bill number 6131. After the respective sponsorship speeches for the said measures, we will be calling on our resource persons from the Department of Justice, the Department of Foreign Affairs, the Office of the Solicitor General, the Bureau of Immigration, the National Bureau of Investigation, and the Philippine National Police. This is to give their comments on these two bills. Then we will call on the applicants to give them a chance to convince our members why they should be granted Philippine citizenship through an act of Congress. Following the initial deliberation on these bills, we will move on to the consideration and approval of 10 bills, creating new and additional court branches across the country. We have invited our regular resource persons from the Office of the Court Administrator. Of course, Justice Estuesta is with us this morning. The Department of Justice, the Public Attorney's Office, and the Department of Budget and Management to give their respective comments on this creation of courts. Thank you, and I hope that we can have a very productive discussion in today's meeting. At this point, the committee secretary is directed to acknowledge the presence of our regular as well as ex-officio members present today, the author of the bills calendared for today's meeting, as well as our invited guests and resource persons. Comsec, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would like to, the committee acknowledges the presence of the following: Vice Chairperson, Attorney Mauricio G. Dumogan, Honorable Jennifer A. Lagbas, Honorable Isabel Maria J. Zamora, Honorable Janice Degamo, and Honorable Jose Manuel J. M. Florendo Lagdameo. For our resource persons, from the Supreme Court of the Philippines, Honorable Maria Teresa Dolores C. Gomez Estuesta, Court Administrator. From the Department of Foreign Affairs, Attorney Raymond Aljon A. Kusipag, Assistant Director, Passport Division, Office of the Consular Affairs. From the Office of the Solicitor General, State Solicitor Dexter G. Matias, and State Solicitor 2 Ivan M. Bandal. From the Bureau of Immigration, Attorney Israel C. De La Cruz, Hearing Officer of the Board of Special Inquiry. From the Public Attorney's Office, Attorney Noliver F. Barido, Public Attorney 3, and Attorney Nazario Bancoros Jr. From the Philippine National Police, Police Colonel Dominador Matalang, Chief CSD, Directorate for Intelligence. Attorney Faith M. Kabibihan, from the PNP Directorate of Intelligence, Police Colonel Pablito B. Asmod Jr., Chief, Crime Research and Analysis Center, DIDM, PNP, from the National Bureau of Investigation, Intelligence Officer 5, Manuel A. Sanchez Jr., and SRA at Anthony Alfred I. Vita. Representatives from the DOJ and the DBM were also invited, and the DBM submitted their excuse letter. We would like also to acknowledge the presence of the applicants, Mr. Andres Miguel Soriano IV and Mr. Guillaume Lucci. That will be all, Your Honor.
Thank you, Comsec. We shall now proceed to the first item in our agenda. That is the initial consideration of these two bills, petition for naturalization, filed by the Honorable Congresswoman Aniela Bianca Tolentino and this representation. We direct the committee secretary to read these two bills.
House Bill number 1445, an act granting Philippine citizenship to Andres Miguel Soriano IV, filed by Representative Aniela Bianca D. Tolentino, and House Bill number 6131, an act granting Philippine citizenship to Guillaume Lucci, filed by Representative Attorney Jervil Chinky Beatrix R. Luistro.
The chair now recognizes the author of House Bill number 1445, an act granting Philippine citizenship to Andres Miguel Soriano IV for her sponsorship speech. The Honorable Degamo is recognized.
Yes, Madam Chair, on behalf of the Honorable Aniela Bianca D. Tolentino, may I introduce for initial consideration and approval of the committee the House Bill number 1445 and its explanatory note to be taken as the sponsorship speech for Andres Miguel Soriano's application for the granting of Philippine citizenship, Madam Chair.
There is a motion for the adoption of the explanatory note of House Bill number 1445 as the sponsorship speech of the Honorable Tolentino. The same has been seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved. The explanatory note is hereby adopted as the sponsorship speech of the author. This representation is temporarily relinquishing the chairmanship to give way to the sponsorship of House Bill number 6131, an act granting Philippine citizenship to Guilaume Lucci. The chairmanship is temporarily relinquished in favor of the Honorable Vice Chair Bel Zamora.
Good morning, everyone. At this regard, I would like to recognize the author of House Bill number 6131, our chairperson, Representative Attorney Jervil Jinky Beatrix R. Luistro, so that she may give her sponsorship speech.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chair Zamora. This representation is sponsored the House Bill number 6131, an act granting Philippine citizenship to Guillaume Lucci. This measure seeks to recognize Mr. Lucci's substantial and continuing contributions to the development of critical infrastructure and sustainable industries in the Philippines. Mr. Lucci brings nearly 25 years of global experience in planning, financing, operation of large-scale infrastructure projects in the energy, water, power, and maritime sectors. Since 2017, he has served as President and Chief Executive Officer of Prime Infrastructure Capital Incorporated, a Philippine corporation engaged in socially relevant and sustainable infrastructure development. Under his leadership, Prime Infra has grown into a major Filipino-owned enterprise with a base turnover of approximately 68.2 billion pesos as of 2025 and operations spanning multiple countries. In the water sector, he led the Wawa Bulk Water Supply Project, the largest new source since 1967, delivering over 518 million liters daily and strengthening water security for millions, while Prime Infra's leadership in Manila Water serves more than 20 million people. In energy, Prime Infra operates the Malampaya Gas-to-Power project, supplying about 20% of the country's energy needs, alongside new wells and major renewable and pump storage projects that bolster energy security. Its advanced waste management facilities in Cebu, Pampanga, and Cavite likewise support national environmental goals. The bill grants Mr. Lucci Philippine citizenship subject to his oath of allegiance and compliance with our laws, an exercise of Congress's authority to confer citizenship upon those who advance the national interest. This measure recognizes his concrete contributions to our water security, energy stability, and environmental sustainability, which enables him to further serve the public good. In view of the foregoing, I respectfully urge the approval of this measure.
Thank you, Madam Chair. At this juncture, I return the chairmanship to our Madam Chair so that we may continue with the deliberations of the two House bills. Thank you.
The Chair manifests the reassumption of the chairmanship of this committee. We acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Franz Vincent F. Legaspi from Pinoy Workers' Party List. Kong, thank you for coming. We have concluded the sponsorship speeches for these two measures for the grant of Filipino citizenship. Our two petitioners, of course, are Andres Miguel Soriano IV and Guillaume Lucci. Now we will proceed to hear the comment and manifestation of our resource person. Comsec, please.
From the Department of Foreign Affairs, Attorney Raymond Aljon A. Cusipag.
Good morning. Good morning, Madam Chair.
Good morning.
Good morning. For the Department of Foreign Affairs, upon the request of the committee, we checked the watchlist database of both the Passport Division and the Visa Division, and we found no derogatory records for both applicants for Filipino citizenship.
Okay. Your manifestation is applicable for both Mr. Soriano and Mr. Lucci.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any other manifestation you wish to share to the committee?
No further manifestation, Madam Chair.
May we be enlightened on the extent of the background investigation so far that the DFA has conducted?
Madam Chair, the DFA maintains a watchlist database for both Passport and the Visa Divisions. So for Passport Division, we maintain the database. We include the names of those with violations of the passport law, whether it is the assumption of identity or the presentation of fraudulent documents or claiming to be Filipinos while not possessing Filipino citizenship. On the other hand, the Visa Division also maintains a separate watch list containing the names of those who have violated the conditions of their visa, and also containing the names of those who have violated the laws of the land. In both databases, we have searched, Madam Chair, the names of both applicants do not appear, and they have no record of applying for passport, claiming to be Filipino citizens. And as for the Visa Division, there was no record that they have violated any conditions of their stay, at least for the Department of Foreign Affairs, Your Honor.
You mentioned about the visa database and the passport database.
Yes, Madam Chair.
And is it correct to say that the investigation, in as far as the two applicants are concerned, are confined only with respect to these two databases, the visa and the passport?
That is correct, Madam Chair.
We understand as well that the DFA has counterparts in foreign countries. May we know if investigation was conducted as well with respect to your counterparts in other countries?
As regards the other countries, Madam Chair, since the database is integrated and these posts usually report to us any derogatory records of applicants, foreigners within their jurisdiction, we relied primarily, Your Honor, on the database that we have, and there is no record for the both of them, Madam Chair.
Just for the record, DFA, no? May we know your counterpart office with respect to the country of origin of our two applicants?
Madam Chair, the counterpart offices are the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in their respective countries, Madam Chair. So,
Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and can you please cite which country?
For Madam Chair, please allow me to check my records regarding the counterpart offices for both applicants, Your Honor.
Yes, please. Would you like me to go back to you with respect
Yes,
to your
Madam
answer?
Chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam
So,
Chair.
meantime, we will proceed to our next resource person. Comsec.
From the Office of the Solicitor General, State Solicitor 2 Dexter G. Matias and State Solicitor 2 Ivan M. Bandal.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee.
Good morning.
We apologize for not submitting the position paper of our office in due time, Your Honor. However, we have our preliminary examination of the application. We did not find any ground for opposing the application, Your Honor. But this is without prejudice to the submission of our position paper, Your Honor.
May we know, OSG, your considerations or the parameters that you consider in determining whether you will not interpose any objection to the application?
If we relate this to our function as the administrator of the administrative naturalization, Your Honor, with the Special Committee on Naturalization, Your Honor, we usually determine whether there is whether the applicant has a good moral character, and we usually relate this to the filing of income tax returns, the payment of correct taxes, Your Honor. This is one of the primary considerations in our proceedings, Your Honor.
And apart from the compliance with the filing of ITR, are there any other considerations that the OSG take?
Yes, Your Honor. With regard to the reciprocity doctrine, Your Honor, if the country of origin or the country of citizenship of the applicant also allows Filipino citizens to be naturalized in their country, Your Honor.
Okay. Apart from your manifestation to this committee, we are requesting for your written position paper with respect to these two applications for naturalization.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the same thing with respect to the DFA, Department of Foreign Affairs. Have you submitted your position paper on this or manifestation on this?
Madam Chair, we have not submitted our position paper, but we intend to.
May we direct both the DFA and the OSG and the rest of the resource persons to have their manifestation submitted until Friday. Today is Tuesday.
Yes, Your Honor. And may I also manifest, Your Honor, that we have submitted a while ago the certifications issued by our Special Committee on Naturalization and the Docket Management Service that we did not find any record of any application for citizenship, either judicial or administrative, by the two applicants, Your Honor.
Thank you. We would like to share to the committee that the committee is in possession of the certification referred to by the OSG a while ago. And for the record, it states this is to certify that the Special Committee on Naturalization does not have any record of a person by the name of Mr. Andres Miguel Soriano IV, that such person filed a petition for naturalization or had been conferred Philippine citizenship by administrative naturalization. Issued on February 9, 2026, Makati City, by Senior Administrative Assistant 3, Maricar A. Trinidad. Same certification is issued with respect to Mr. Guillaume Lucci. The same reads, this is to certify that the Special Committee on Naturalization does not have any record of a person by the name Mr. Guillaume Lucci, that such person filed a petition for naturalization or had been conferred Philippine citizenship by administrative naturalization. This certification is being issued upon request for whatever legal purpose it may serve, issued on February 19, 2026, Makati City, by Senior Administrative Assistant 3, Maricar A. Trinidad. No? And then there's another document here which is entitled certification. This is to certify that based on official records of the Docket Management Service Office of the Solicitor General. No case appears with regard to a petition for naturalization filed by any of the following: Andres Soriano IV and Guillaume Lucci. This certification is issued upon request of Attorney Dexter Machas for whatever legal purpose it may serve, issued on February 19, 2026, Makati City by Chief Administrative Officer Maria Shelo A. Mateo. For the record, OSG, are these the same documents that you referred to a while ago?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Are there any other manifestation from the OSG?
None, Your Honor.
COMSEC, our next resource person.
From the National Bureau of Investigation, Intelligence Officer 5, Manuel A. Sanchez Jr., and SRA Anthony Alfred I. Vita.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Good morning.
I am Manuel A. Sanchez Jr., Chief of from the Office of the Counterintelligence Division. We interpose no objection to the House bill granting Philippine citizenship to Andres Miguel Soriano IV and Guillermo Lucci. Based on the records of our Master Name Index Division, the subject has no derogatory records as of February 23, 2026. As such, in this regard, again, this office interposes no opposition to the grant of Philippine citizenship of both Andres Miguel Soriano IV and Guillermo Lucci. That's all, sir, Madam Chair.
Thank you. You made mention about counterintelligence. That's the name of your office?
Yes, Mr.
And may
Your
we
Honor.
know the extent of the investigation that you conduct with respect to petitions for naturalization?
We have the extent of our investigation conducted is based on the records available to our office. With the help of our clearance divisions regarding any criminal records that have been recorded in the NBI, sir.
By counterintelligence NBI, which is your counter office? Which is your counterpart? When you say counterintelligence?
We are together with other intelligence offices of other agencies, sir. Ma'am.
But these are Philippine-based offices as well.
Yes, ma'am.
So by counterintelligence, you mean that you are checking the background of these two petitioners with the other government agencies?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. In regards to the Philippine criminal record, with regards to other two foreign records, together with me is our foreign division. Who will explain further, ma'am.
All right. So we recognize the officer from the Foreign Division of the National Bureau of Investigation. I wish to hear some investigation from a foreign counterpart, because we have to understand that these are foreign nationals intending to acquire Filipino citizenship, and that is why I'm looking forward really that somehow, like the DFA and the National Bureau of Investigation, somehow you were able to reach out to your foreign counterpart to at least come up with a background investigation as well with respect to their countries of origin. The officer is recognized.
Good morning, Madam Chairperson. Yes, Madam, we have done our checks through our databases available in the National Bureau of Investigation, International Operations Division, actually, Madam Chair. And through our counterpart, the International Police Database, we also checked, and we found that there are no derogatory records against applicants Mr. Andres Soriano IV and Mr. Guillaume Lucci. I'm sorry, Guillaume Lucci, Madam Chair. With our foreign counterparts, Madam Chair, we are still in the process of communicating with them in order to get a more verified information. regarding the
I understand that the applicants are both from United States of America, DFA. So at least what we are trying to look into is a background investigation done by your foreign counterpart with respect to their country of origin. And I wish to believe that it is the DFA and the International Division, International Operation Division's Office of the NBI,
That is correct, Madam Chair.
which has the capacity to make the necessary counterpart investigation.
We do, Madam Chairperson. Yes.
Yes, but I wish to require as well a written certification to that effect with respect to the foreign counterpart investigation that was conducted that you will be certifying. And we wish that the same be submitted as well to the committee at the soonest possible time.
We will comply, Madam Chairperson.
So far, with respect to the database, they are negative of any criminal record. That's
That is
correct.
correct, Madam Chair.
However, we will be requiring as well at least a written certification to that effect.
Yes, Madam Chair. We will comply, Madam Chair.
Who will be issuing that certification? Is it your office or the Interpol or the foreign counterpart?
The director of the National Bureau of Investigation, Madam Chair.
But can you at least vouch that to this date, you have done already the necessary background investigation along with your foreign counterpart?
We'd have to get
Hindi
some.
pa.
Hindi pa po fully.
So this is
done.
just a database checking.
Database
That's what
check.
you did only.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay. So we are requesting both the DFA and the National Bureau of Investigation International Operation Division to make the necessary investigation along with their foreign counterpart offices, no? And come up with a certification as to the result of this investigation. When can we possibly have or receive this certification?
Maybe in about 1 week, Madam Chair, we will try to expedite that with our with our counterparts in the U.S., Madam.
Okay, so we will be fixing the date of submission until March 4. That is next week.
Yes,
Today
Madam
is
Chair.
February 24, no? DFA and NBI, no? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam.
Our next resource person, before we go back to the DFA, we acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Attorney J.P. Padiernos from Galing sa Puso Party List. Thank you, Kong, for coming. Ito pala, nasa tabi ko.
From the Bureau of Immigration, Attorney Israel C. De La Cruz.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee. In connection with the initial consideration and approval of the legislative grant of Philippine citizenship to Andres Miguel Soriano IV and Guillaume Lucci, the Bureau of Immigration has issued certifications regarding their derogatory records and their travel records. Based on the derogatory records of the Bureau of Immigration, the Bureau of Immigration is certifying that Andres Miguel Soriano IV, born on 26 March 1986, does not appear in the Bureau's hold departure order, blacklist, watch list, alert list, and or other derogatory records as of February 9, 2006. As regard to Guillaume Lucci, the Bureau of Immigration issued a certification certifying that Guillaume Lucci, born on 17 August 1976, does not appear in the Bureau's hold departure order, blacklist, watch list, alert list, and derogatory records as of February 9, 2006. I wish also to inform that the committee, the first entry of Guillaume Lucci was on December 10, 2012, and his latest entry is on February 22, 2020. In the span of 14 years, Your Honors, Guillaume Lucci has several entries, lawful entries and exits in the Philippines. While Andres Miguel Soriano IV is native born in the Philippines, born in Makati, Philippines on 26 March 1986, Your Honors. And we would also like to submit the certification issued by the Bureau to this honorable committee, Your Honor.
Thank you, Bureau of Immigration. Aside from the database, are there any other investigations that you undertake?
We only base our certification, Your Honor, on our own records, on Bureau's records, and its HDO, blacklist, watchlist records, Your Honor, and also travel records, Your Honor.
So aside from the HDO blacklist and what's the other one?
Alert list
Alert
and other
list.
regulatory records, Your Honor.
The data that you have are the entry and the exit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
We will also submit today, Your Honor,
Yes,
the
please.
certification issued by the Bureau.
Kindly submit it to the Secretariat.
Thank you.
Our next resource person.
From the Philippine National Police, Police Colonel Dominador Matalang, Attorney Faith M. Kabibihan, and Police Colonel Pablito B. Asmod Jr.
Madam Chair and to the distinguished guest of this committee, good morning.
Good
I am
morning.
Police Colonel Pablito B. Asmod of the Directorates for Investigation and Detective Management, Madam Chair. Our office is also involved in the conduct of a background investigation, since the DIDM also holds any records that any individual might be involved. Like, for example, our Crime Information and Reporting Analysis System, or the CIRAS, which is the repository of all the cases or incidents that happened nationwide that reported with the Philippine National Police. Also, we have the e-warrant system, also a database of all the warrant of arrests issued by the courts that filed by the PNP or any government or law enforcement agencies or any civilian, any individual, Your Honors. And with our checking with this what we called our investigative solutions, these two systems, we found no hit or no case or any incidents that the two applicants have been involved as of this date, Your Honor.
Not even traffic violation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, what do you mean by DIDM? Directorate for?
Detective Management.
Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management. And you are manifesting that based on all your systems, they do not show any derogatory record or criminal record of these two applicants.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Sir, ito po bang DIDM of the PNP, do you have a counterpart, foreign counterpart?
I think it falls on DI, Your Honor. As I said, that our director is one of the checking mechanism only, and we submitted this our record with the DI for our consolidated position with this within this hearing, Your Honor.
But does this include already the possible record from the country of origin, or is your investigation, is your system confined only with respect to the occurrences inside our country?
Only within the Philippines, Your Honor.
Yes, and that is why I am asking whether your office, the DIDM, has a foreign counterpart as well, just like the DFA and the National Bureau of Investigation. Do you have a foreign counterpart?
I think with DI.
Yes, please. The officer is recognized.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair.
Yes, you
ma'am.
may proceed.
I'm from the Police Colonel Dominador Matalang from the Directorate for Intelligence. And yes, ma'am, we do have our counterpart from the foreign countries like the United States of America. So we do have our police attaches in the East Coast of U.S. and the West Coast. And also in France, we do have our police attaches. And one of those, we sought their assistance to verify any derogatory records of both our applicants, and we don't receive any derogatory records, Madam Chair.
So you have conducted already the necessary investigation with the foreign counterpart?
Yes, ma'am. So
I see.
We sought the assistance.
Do you have any written document to support that manifestation?
We do have the certification, ma'am.
And that certification is issued by the Directorate of Intelligence?
Yes, ma'am.
Not the foreign counterpart?
No, ma'am.
But are you willing to include in your certification that you have made already the necessary background investigation in partnership with your foreign counterpart?
Yes, ma'am. We are willing.
You're willing to do that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So kindly do so and submit that certification to the committee.
We do, ma'am. We will submit it.
If the Department of Foreign Affairs, as well as the National Bureau of Investigation, will find it challenging to solicit a certification from the foreign counterpart, we will consider your certification so long as you include that you have conducted as well that investigation with the foreign counterpart, so long as you include that in your certification to be issued or to be submitted to the Justice Committee. Will the NBI be able to do that?
Yes, Madam Chair, we will.
It's either you submit the certification from the foreign counterpart or you just include in your certification that you have conducted the investigation in partnership with your foreign counterpart. That would be okay. Either way.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Now let's go back to the DFA. DFA, please enlighten us on your counterpart and the possible investigation and partnership that we can do with respect to their countries of origin.
Yes, Madam Chair. As regards the investigation conducted by the DFA, Madam Chair, I stand corrected that we haven't directly engaged with our foreign counterparts as regards the investigation of their cases, if ever they have cases abroad. But we relied solely or primarily on the database that we have, which is one of which, the visa database, is linked with the Interpol. So far, Your Honor, or Madam Chair, we have not found any derogatory records as regards these persons. However, we would like to express we would like to thank the Honorable Chair for bringing up the possibility or suggesting that we conduct an investigation to the extent of reaching out to our foreign counterparts. And we will do so, Madam Chair, and we will try to submit the certification on March 4. However, Madam Chair, based on our previous experience coordinating with our foreign counterparts, there are times when they are not willing to issue certifications, but to the extent that we can, we will try, Madam Chair, to get the certification from.
If they are not willing to issue a certification, perhaps you can consider the second option.
Yes, Madam
Just
Chair.
include in your certification that you did an investigation already with your foreign counterpart.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Thank you. That concludes, I believe, our resource person for these two bills on petition for naturalization. Before we proceed, we would like to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Congresswoman Maria Cristina C. Angeles from the 2nd District of Tarlac. Thank you, Kong, for coming. So, we of course welcome the manifestations of all the resource persons on the petition for naturalization of Mr. Soriano and Mr. Lucci. So far, their records are all negative with respect to criminal record or any derogatory record. Now it's time for our two applicants to manifest in support of their intention to acquire Philippine citizenship. No? First, we are calling Mr. Andres Miguel Soriano IV. This is your turn, Mr. Soriano, to convince the justice members, to make legal the justice members. So they will be supporting your intention to acquire Filipino citizenship.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Magandang umaga. Good morning, members of the committee, special members. Thank you for having me today. It's an honor to be here, and I feel like it's been 40 years in the making. This year I turned 40, and 40 years ago I was born here in Makati Med as a foreigner, but I never really felt as a foreigner. I always felt like I belonged in this country, as a part of this country, supporting this country. So I studied here until I was about 15 years old, and when I went to the U.S., I often got asked where I was from, and when I said the Philippines, I was met with odd looks because of the way that I look. But I never wavered, and the country has always remained my home. I've never really felt at home anywhere else in the world, having worked in 8 different countries over the span of 20 years. I have never connected with another place like the Philippines. My daughter was born here 9 months ago, and it is my hope and dream that she also becomes Filipina and grows up here as a native-born citizen rather than a native-born expat, like I did. This country has always given so much back to me in the way of love and support and value system that is irreplaceable and also very hard to find in other countries. And it is my hope that I can continue to support this country in ways, building businesses, supporting the people, upskilling the people, most especially in hospitality, because we are a nation of hospitality, natural hospitality. And if we want hospitality to grow here, which I am a firm believer that it should, then it is my hope that we can create more education programs and more hospitality training institutions to level up that in this country. Places like Batangas, places like Palawan, and even now the expansion in Siargao has been incredible. And we need to cultivate that, and it's my mission to do so. When I was 23 years old, I had the opportunity to compete in a round-the-world sailing race. And it's a 9-month race. And when I was asked what flag I wanted to represent, I said the Philippines. They sadly asked for my passport, and when I couldn't produce one, they told me I couldn't have the flag on my back or on my jersey. And that was absolutely heartbreaking for me. I have competed at the top levels of sailing all around the world. I have qualified in some regards for Olympic positions. And if I were to have my Filipino passport, I think it would still be a dream to represent the Philippines in sailing. Overall, this country is part of me. It's in my blood. The red and the blue and the gold means more to me than anything. So again, I thank you for your time and thank you for your consideration. God bless.
Thank you. We've heard the manifestation of Mr. Soriano. Now it is the turn of Mr. Lucci for him to say his manifestation. But before we proceed, we would like to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Joel R. Chua from the 3rd District of Manila and the Honorable Sunny S.L. Lagon from Ako Bisaya Party List. Thank you both for coming. You may proceed, Mr. Lucci.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Chairperson and honorable members of the Committee on Justice, thank you for giving me this opportunity to make an opening statement today. My name is Guillaume Lucci. I know people struggle with the pronunciation. I'm sorry about that. People call me GL. And I'm joined today by my wife, Sandra, and my 30-year-old son, Bruno, who's hoping one day to also represent the Philippines in football. I'm deeply honored to express my sincere desire to become a Filipino citizen. Over the years, the Philippines has become much more than a place of work for me. It has become my home. My family and I have built our lives here, and we have grown committed to the people, the communities, and the future of this nation. I want to become Filipino because I believe in the promise of this nation, its talent, its resilience, and its spirit, o bayanihan. In my work, starting Prime Infra in 2017, I've devoted myself to projects that strengthen national development, expanding reliable and clean water, such as the Wawa Bulk Water Supply Project, as you all recall, at a time of significant water crisis, improving energy security, building sustainable long-term infrastructure that really uplifts and supports communities. My commitment also extends beyond the corporate world. Over the years, I've been actively involved in developing football and other sports in the Philippines, helping support young Filipino athletes and teams, enabling them to find greater opportunities through sports. As part of this personal advocacy, I co-founded Elite Link with my daughter, a tool that now is available to the Philippine Sports Commission for free. Elite Link is a platform to build support for the development of grassroots football and sports across the country. It was established because we saw many young Filipino athletes had passion and potential but lacked access to structured training, coaching tools, and exposures. The platform offers resources to thousands of athletes and the opportunity to be discovered. It is one of my most meaningful personal contributions because it really helps level the playing field and opens opportunities for athletes of all walks of life. I've also joined and supported numerous medical missions, places like Rizal, in Laguna, and many other locations, reaching communities where healthcare access is limited. These experiences have shaped me and strengthened my desire to serve more and contribute as a Filipino. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when many foreigners chose to leave, my family and I stayed. We stayed because this country needed all of us to stand together. Every day during that period, my team and I worked to build vaccination centers, quarantine centers, expanded essential services, and kept infrastructure running. Hindi po kami aalis. We stayed because we cared, because this nation had always embraced us, and because it's our home. Mahal naming ang bansang Pilipinas. I've also made every effort to embrace the Filipino culture, its warmth, humility, generosity, and deep love for family. Among many places I've visited, Palawan, Rizal, stood out as personal favorites. Natural beauty reflects the richest of this country and the importance of protecting it, something that I strive to support through Prime Infra sustainability projects. I've spent meaningful time with indigenous communities, particularly in Rizal, understanding their needs and working to provide practical solutions. I'm continuing to learn the Filipino language. Nakakatingin din na ako ng Tagalog. And I am committed to learning more. I've come to appreciate meaningful words like malasakit and magkaisa, values that I admire deeply and will continue to embody as a future Filipino. Becoming Filipino is not only a privilege, it is a responsibility. If granted citizenship, I will continue to work tirelessly to serve the country, not as a foreigner helping from the outside, but as someone fully part of this nation's journey and future. Thank you for considering my application. Maraming salamat rin po para sa pagkakataong ito na umarap sa inyo at ibahagi ang aking hangad na maging isang tunay na Pilipino. Thank you.
Thank you to our two applicants for naturalization. Now we are opening the floor for questions and manifestations of the Justice Committee members. The Honorable Vice Chair Dumogan is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Can I ask?
The first one is Mr. Soriano, and the second one is Mr. Lucci.
Okay. You were born here in the Philippines in 1986.
Yes, sir.
With the, and you studied here, as you said.
Yes, sir.
Your grandfather is Andres Soriano.
Yes, sir.
Who is a Filipino citizen.
Yes, sir.
Your father, is he not a Filipino citizen?
He is not.
He is not. And that's the reason why you are not a Filipino citizen.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay. And since at the age of reason, how long have you been residing here in the Philippines?
I've been residing here in the Philippines for the last 6 years, but I've lived here my whole life. So only like full-time living here in the Philippines since 2020. But my residence has always been nowhere else but the Philippines. Only temporary residences abroad.
And your permanent residence is?
In Manila.
In Manila.
Yes, sir.
Your family is also here in Manila.
Yes, sir. My wife and my daughter was also born here.
He more than deserves to be a Filipino citizen, Madam Chair. So
thank you,
You
sir.
have one vote already.
Thank you, sir.
The Honorable Vice Chair Lagbas.
Yes, Madam Chair. You mentioned about your wife. Is your wife also a Filipina?
My wife is a British national, but hopefully she will also become Filipina. She also loves this country, but our daughter would probably be a priority first.
I see. Well, I am very curious, Madam Chair, about this cancer research program that I believe is one of the priorities of your foundation.
Yes, ma'am.
May we kindly be apprised as to what discoveries you have had so far and what are the concrete advantages the Filipinos have availed of from this cancer research program?
So part of the Andres Triano Foundation is sponsorship of the PGH wing, and it's the Cancer Institute. And it's twofold. The first is supporting particular breast cancer patients with medicines. And the second is also offering doctors training. And we've had quite a few fellows go abroad, actually meet each other abroad, get married together, come back. And those doctors still participate in the yearly Andres Triano Medical Mission, which takes care of about 4,000 patients in the Cuyo Islands group in Palawan. So aside from the cancer research, we also organize this 4-day medical mission with about 25 specialists. And in those 4 days, we see about 4,000 patients in very remote islands in Palawan.
I gather all these patients are indigent patients?
Yes, local indigent.
Any concrete discoveries so far when it comes to medication for breast cancer?
So in particular, breast cancer we've just found has been the number one need here. But obviously cancer is growing, and it was my great-grandfather and grandfather both passed away of different cancers. And so it's very rooted in what we do to keep especially the wing in PGH, and you see how many patients they deal with in a day. It's incredible work. And so I don't think there's a hospital in the country that's probably more deserving of some support in terms of cancer research.
I totally agree. I hope you will continue, as I believe that you'll be able to help more and more indigent patients from the Philippines.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam Chair.
I think you have 2 votes already. The Honorable Janice Digamo is recognized.
Madam Chair, how they will be able to contribute to the country is really impressive after we hear all of that. But I am a bit curious if the significance of a very important date to so many Filipinos, like June 12, if they have some idea about what is the significance of this date, since you're applying to become Filipino citizens. And this date is something that means so much to Filipinos. Can you tell us? I would address them both, Madam Chair.
Okay, let's call, who would like to go first? Mr. Lucci first?
Yes, Madam Congressman, it's Independence Day, of course. It's a turning point, no? It's particularly after the multiple cycles that the country has gone through, no? I think actually formal independence, if I'm not mistaken, was actually July 4th, 1946, but June 12th is Independence Day. So yes, means a lot to us, and we put our flags up every year, like everyone else, and celebrate it.
Very.
Not much more to say about that. It's very well said by my counterpart here.
So I think they got my vote too, Madam
All right.
Chair. Thank you.
You got additional vote already? Any other justice member? The Honorable Chua is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I would just like to pose my question to Mr. Lucci. Yeah, where were you born, sir?
It's a little complicated, Mr. Congressman, but I was actually born in Spain.
Okay, so how long have you been residing in the Philippines?
So my first entry was in 2012, sir, and I've moved full-time into the Philippines very early 2015. I've been a full-time resident for 11 years.
Oh, so more than 10 years already.
Yes, sir.
So how do you find our country?
Well, I wouldn't be here if I didn't love it deeply, sir. My son, who's 13, has essentially grown up here. My daughter's 19 now. She's studying abroad. Through our experiences, through medical missions and all this, she's become a doctor. She's working to be a doctor. She spent a lot of time in some hospitals here doing, neurology and learning a lot from Filipino doctors. Can't wait to come back. So it's been nothing but a good experience, but it wouldn't be fair to say that, we haven't had difficult times. COVID was a horrible time for all of us, but we pulled through and we were here. And so overall, it's been nothing but positive, Mr. Congressman.
That's good. I think both of you, Mr. Soriano and Mr. Lucci, are both qualified. I would just like to ask the chair if did we ask the National Bureau of Investigation and PNP with respect to their record? Do they have any derogatory record here? Because other than that, I think they are both very qualified.
Both the NBI and the PNP already manifested that there are no derogatory or criminal record with respect to the two applicants. However, the chair went further to asking for a certification as to the investigation from their country of origin. If in case the counterpart will not be willing to issue a certification, we have directed both the NBI, the PNP, and even the DFA to just include in their certification the fact that they conducted investigation already through their foreign counterpart in the country of origin of these two applicants. Any other member who wish to raise question? The Honorable Legaspi is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just two short manifestations. First, with regard to the perhaps procedural aspect that we've been discussing, directed to the resource persons. I'm not quite familiar with how these naturalization proceedings were conducted in the previous Congresses, but given how important it is for chair's instructions with regard to the updates on how we are coordinating with your foreign counterparts. So perhaps I would suggest, Madam Chair, if for future naturalization proceedings we could have a template, or perhaps these updates or certificates on coordination with the foreign agencies will be prepared beforehand. So when we go to these proceedings, it's something that we are prepared to present para hindi na rin tayo maghanapan for this. So ano lang naman, Madam Chair, that's a manifestation. And then to our two hopeful Filipinos, no questions. I don't have any particular questions. I think most of them have been answered already. But I'd just like to thank you for choosing the Philippines, our country, for your for pouring your talents into. To Mr. Soriano, actually I'm from Palawan. My family's from the Cuyo Islands, and I think we do have a large number of breast cancer patients there for some reason. And I think such medical missions, such initiatives are very much welcome. And of course to Mr. Guillaume, are you French? Huh?
Yes, my mother's French, so she gave me a very French name. So people call me GL normally because most people can't pronounce it.
Yes, as we have seen earlier, it's very interesting. So GL is a good luck, and I think that's very appropriate for today's proceedings. But again, Mr. Guillaume, thank you as well. I see that you've also contributed to the Malampaya Gas Water Energy Project, which is also in my province, in Palawan. So thank you as well for your initiatives. That's it. I think what's our vote count now, Madam Chair? I think you can count
We are
me,
not yet voting.
but you can count me, and thank you for your contributions as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
The Honorable Padiernos would like to raise question as well.
Thank you. Hello. Hello. Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to interpose some questions to our applicants today. So, can I start first with Mr. Soriano? So, I just wanted to go along with what the Honorable Dumogan was saying, because in the explanatory note, it was mentioned that your great-grandfather was a Filipino.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just curious, how come the Filipino citizenship was not transferred to your grandfather, then father, then you?
So the reason that that I get from my parents is that there was an issue with dual nationalities at that time. And the time my mom also faced the same issue when she was born, and so it was elected, I guess, not to proceed. It was deemed too difficult to have both.
So what was the citizenship of your father?
My dad was born an American.
He's an American.
He was born
and your mother also is an American.
My mom was born actually Spanish Filipina.
So Spanish citizen.
Yes.
So technically you're a Spanish American citizen.
Yes, currently.
And
yes.
then if eventually you become a Filipino, you would have 3 citizenships.
Only temporary is my hope.
Okay.
Would have to let one go.
And what do you mean by that?
I believe most of the time, and I could be wrong, but I believe you can only have 2 dual citizenship. Having 3 citizenships is quite difficult, although some countries do allow it.
Well, the U.S. Doesn't allow dual citizenship, but the Philippines recognizes dual citizenship.
Correct.
And it depends on how you acquired your citizenship. So if it was by birth, meaning you didn't have to elect your citizenship at the time of your birth, then even if you have 4 citizenships, I don't think that would be your fault, right?
No.
So, but it's just a matter. I guess I heard the Honorable Chua here. He was saying that were you willing to renounce your other citizenships for the Philippine citizenship?
Yes, sir. I would be willing.
Are you sure about that? I'll go to Mr. Lucci later on. So you said that you were born here,
yes,
right?
sir.
And you've been residing here for 6 years. So prior to that, where were you? What were you doing? Were you working abroad?
Yep.
And
So
what country?
I worked in 8 different countries in my youth. I finished my MBA in California.
Where in California?
In Pepperdine University in down
Malibu.
Yes, Malibu.
Yeah, because I grew up also in that area.
Okay, yeah. So I wanted to go somewhere that reminded me of home, and that part was the only part of the country that had palm trees and coconut trees like we do. So, after I worked in Vietnam, Singapore, Hong Kong, a little bit in Thailand, and then previously had worked in Spain, France, and the UK, in all different industries. Some in professional sports, and then others working for a big conglomerate based out of Hong Kong, Jardine Matheson. Where I worked for the majority of the time here in Asia with that company. Moved back to the Philippines as the associate director of Schindler Philippines, the elevator company, and then decided to leave and start my own business in hospitality consulting, and in also remote worker training. Basically training Filipinos to become high-powered executive assistants using tools like AI in order to work with companies in all around the world.
May we know from the applicant how many Filipino employees do you have currently?
Currently have a team of 8 employees. Four are developers, and what I mean by developers, software engineers, and 3 are back office personnel, finance, accounting, and what we call management associates, which is very high-powered chief of staff style virtual assistant.
This is for the training of executives or
Yes.
the hospitality consulting?
No, the hospitality consultant is just me at the moment. This is more the training and pairing with foreign companies.
And may we know from the applicant what is his immigration status now, or your visa?
I have a card that says native born on it. It's a iCard. A lot of people look at me the way you just looked at me because it's very rare, apparently. But it's a iCard that says native born.
Can we get like a comment from the Bureau of Immigration to enlighten us on what?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes, the Bureau of Immigration is recognized.
So, Mr. Soriano IV, he has this called, he is under the RA 7919, Your Honor, which those person born in the Philippines, where one person is a permanent resident, Your Honor. So one of his parents are permanent resident in the Philippines, and he was born in the Philippines, in Makati, Philippines, Your Honor.
And there's no limit on the staying.
There's no limit, Your Honor.
Okay. So is it your mom or your dad? Permanent resident of the Philippines. Since what year?
Since as long as I can remember.
Okay, so hold on. So yeah, well, we're looking forward from our applicant, Mr. Soriano, more contributions to our country, and of course, hopefully you can try to learn like some Filipino, and of course our anthem, right?
Yes.
So I appreciate that from Mr. I'm just saying I appreciate from Mr. Lucci a while ago that he was trying to read, something from Filipino. So I hope one day, maybe in our next hearing, you could, paano ba yun sabihin? He's ready?
Marunong ako konti lang Tagalog, pero
Okay,
intindihan ako konti lang.
Both of them are ready for national anthem and panatang mga
Okay, I don't want to ask more. Okay, so thank you for that, Mr. Soriano. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I would just like to ask Mr. Soriano if is this the same Andres Soriano of San Miguel?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, Madam
Yes,
Chair, can I...
Honorable Padiernos may continue.
Can I ask, I'll go to Mr. Lucci. Thank you again, Mr. Soriano. So, what's your current citizenship now, Mr. Lucci?
American.
You're American.
I'm a permanent resident in the Philippines with an American passport.
Oh, permanent resident?
Yes.
Okay. Since you've been living here for 11 years, right?
Yes, so initially it was employment-based immigration status until recently. Forgive me, I don't remember the exact date when we got actually a permanent residency card for the entire family. So that's 4 or 5 years ago.
How come you weren't able to get your Spanish citizenship or French citizenship?
Because, look, when I was born, you had to choose. And over time, I had to forego my ability to get the Spanish citizenship. My mother is French. I do carry a French passport, so French and American. And I couldn't get my Spanish passport. There were some rules at the time, so I have 2 passports today.
Okay. And you have one kid, one
I
child?
have two children.
How old are they?
So 13 and 19.
13
19
and
is
19.
unfortunately abroad studying now.
And they were born here, am I correct?
No, so my son, Bruno, was actually born in Brazil, and my daughter was born in the United States.
Oh, okay. But they're both American
French
citizens.
American.
French American also, as well as your wife. Okay. And then currently you're working still for Prime Infra?
Yes, sir.
As the president?
Yes.
Okay. And also, what else do you do in the Philippines?
Well, I've done quite a few things for Razon-owned companies, actually. What else do I do? Personal endeavors, like for instance, this sports platform for grassroots sports development. That's actually turned into a family endeavor. So we created an app that allows Filipino athletes, typically youth athletes, to put their profile and connect with coaches, with clubs to get recruited, and so on and so forth. So that's gaining a lot of traction. We supported the Philippine Sport Commission through the Batang Pinoy event last year. As you know, we have thousands and thousands of youth athletes that competed in Davao actually last year. I think this year will be in Iloilo. So we're trying to provide support as much as we can to youth athletes and promote grassroots development.
How many Filipino employees work under you?
Oh, today, probably close to 4,000.
4,000 people.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it seems like you keep doing a lot of things for the Filipino people and of course for our country.
We try to.
Very promising, of course. It's tough also, from a point of view of, your family living from abroad and staying here.
It is.
It's like a totally different, culture and, grateful. But may I ask also what the Honorable Chua said? What would you do? Are you willing to also renounce, if ever, your other citizenships?
I think if confronted with that, we'll consider it. At this point, it looks like both my citizenships will allow that to happen. So
yes. I'm not sure. Maybe ask from is it DFA? Because we have a dual citizenship law, but what if it's triple citizenship? Is that allowed?
DFA, please.
Your Honor, I believe once naturalized here in the Philippines, they would have to renounce for the confirmation of our colleague from the Bureau of Immigration, Your Honor.
We have to be sure. So at least our applicants are apprised of the consequences of their Philippine citizenship application. Because in the U.S., in the United States, if you become a naturalized American, then you would have to give up your Filipino citizenship. That's why we have Republic Act number 9225, if I'm not mistaken, which is the reacquisition of Philippine citizenship, so that you would be considered a dual citizenship. So I don't know how it works for other countries, what the U.S. or French government what consequence would it be if you became a different naturalized foreign?
Mr. Congressman, maybe I've been improperly advised. I wouldn't waste under any possible scenario the time of this committee. But under the previous legal advice I've received, there is no forced requirement to renounce any other citizenships. Of course, anyone can willingly do so. But the legal advice I've received is that I wouldn't be forced to renounce the citizenship.
I think we need that for the next hearing. Maybe something from the DFA to inform the committee so we could properly inform our applicants, right? But as far as I know, if you were born, it's different for naturalization. But if you were born with 2 or 3 citizenships by birth, it's a birthright. So you don't have to do. It's not your fault. But if it's naturalization, that's like an option, right? It's a different matter. So maybe the DFA could provide us with that information next hearing. So
DFA is requested to submit their position on the question that was raised by the Honorable Padiernos with respect to the consequence of the Philippine naturalization with respect to their current foreign citizenship.
Okay. And lastly, Madam Chair, thank you again, Mr. Lucci, for answering my questions. And lastly, Madam Chair, I would just like to manifest my full support for the grant of Philippine citizenship by legislative grant to our 2 applicants this morning. I believe they have exemplified sufficient reasons and contributions to our country to be eligible as a future Filipino. Thank you so much, Madam Chair.
Are there any other members who would like to raise questions to our two applicants? If there are none, to conclude our questions to our two petitioners or applicants for Philippine citizenship, sayang naman yung practice nilang dalawa. Would you grace the Justice Committee few lines of the national anthem and Panatang Makabayan, just for us to feel your sincerest intention of acquiring the Philippine citizenship?
Would you like us to sing together? And
No, it should be one by one.
okay.
We shall hear first Mr. Soriano and then followed by Mr. Lucci. Few lines of Lupang Hinirang
Sure.
and few lines of Panatang Makabayan, but I think you need to stand up, sir.
Yes, I will absolutely. May I request that I recite the Makandang Kabayan in full English for this meeting and then practice more my Tagalog?
It has to be recited in Filipino, just few lines.
Okay.
No? You have to stand up, Mr. Soriano.
Sure. I'll start with the national anthem.
Then first, yes.
Bayan magilu, sa sinalang, ala na puso, sabi your buhay, lupang ginirang. Magiting sana na pusi, sisinin sa mga dalata sisin.
Okay, I think that's okay. Diba? No? He was able to sing few lines of our Lupang Hinirang. How about Panatang Makabayan? Would you like to say a few lines also?
I'm not comfortable reciting it. I would.
Okay,
I
that
would
would
not
be
do
fine.
It justice.
Your community service and your good deeds for the country
Appreciate
will compensate
I'm still
your
actively
Panatang
working
Makabayan.
on learning Filipino, and it's my mission to make sure my daughter doesn't suffer from the same lack of Tagalog that I have.
Thank you, Mr. Soriano.
Thank
now
you very
let's
much,
hear
Madam
from Mr. Lucci. Yes, Panatang Makabayan. You have to raise your right hand when you recite that. Yes, yes, please.
It's extremely difficult, actually.
Okay.
Baya magili, pelas ng sinlaganan, halab ng puso, sa digdig boy muhay, lupang ginirang, duya ka sa magiting, sa panlulupig, di ka pasisihil.
You have a very good coach. Who is your coach, Mr. Lucci?
Fear of not getting through, ma'am. That's my coach.
All right, so I wish to say that that concludes our first deliberation for the petition for naturalization of Mr. Soriano and Mr. Lucci. We will be suspending our deliberation on these two bills until all the resource persons have submitted their respective written manifestation, no? For DOJ, OSG, and Bureau of Immigration, you are given until February 25 to submit your written manifestation on these two bills for naturalization. And for DFA, NBI, and PNP, because of our request with respect to your investigation with foreign counterpart, you're given until March 4 to submit your manifestation. Until and unless these manifestations from 6 government agencies are duly submitted to the Justice Committee, we shall be announcing the next schedule of our continuation of deliberation for these two bills for Philippine naturalization. Thank you. For now, we will be excusing the resource persons who were invited for the naturalization, including our two applicants. You are excused. And you will be hearing from the committee if there will be need for you to come back for our next deliberation.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
We're suspending to give time to the resource persons for naturalizations to excuse themselves. Resource persons for the creation of courts are requested to stay. We're requesting the justice members for a photo with our applicants. We are requesting everyone to settle down for the continuation of our committee meeting. Our committee meeting is resumed. We now proceed to the next item in our agenda. The committee secretary is directed to read the title of the bills and the respective authors, who shall then deliver their respective sponsorship speeches. Comsec.
Thank you, Your Honor. House Bill number 3246, an act creating 3 additional branches of the Regional Trial Court in the National Capital Judicial Region to be stationed in Parañaque City, Metro Manila, amending for the purpose Section 14, Paragraph D of Batas Pambansa Bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980 as amended, and appropriating funds therefore, filed by Representative Eric L. Olivares. House Bill number 3514, an act creating an additional branch of the Regional Trial Court in the 7th Judicial Region to be stationed at the Municipality of Dalaguete, Province of Cebu, further amending for the purpose Section 14H of Batas Pambansa Bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980 as amended, and appropriating funds therefore, filed by Representative Edsel A. Galeos. House Bill number 3859, an act creating 1 additional regional trial court and 3 additional municipal trial court in cities in Tarlac City, Province of Tarlac, amending for the purpose Batas Pambansa Bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980, and appropriating funds therefore, filed by Representative Maria Cristina C. Angeles. House Bill number 3878, an act creating a regional trial court in the Municipality of Consolacion, Province of Cebu, amending for the purpose Batas Pambansa Bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980, and appropriating funds therefore, filed by Representatives Daphne A. Lagon and Sunny L. Lagon. House Bill number 3979, an act creating 1 additional branch of the Municipal Trial Court in the 12th Judicial Region to be stationed in the Municipality of Sultan Kudarat, Province of Maguindanao del Norte, and appropriating funds therefore, amending for the purpose Section 30 of Batas Pambansa Bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980, as amended, filed by Representative C.T. Shahara by Dimple I. Mastura. House Bill number 4647, an act creating 4 branches of regional trial courts and 2 additional municipal trial courts in the 4th Judicial Region to be stationed in the Municipality of Rodriguez, Montalban, Province of Rizal, and appropriating funds therefore, filed by Representative Dennis Tom L. Hernandez. House Bill number 4861, an act creating a branch of the Regional Trial Court to to be stationed at the Municipality of Kawit, Province of Cavite, amending for the purpose Section 14, Paragraph E of Batas Pambansa Bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980, as amended, and appropriating funds therefore, filed by Representatives Ramon Jolo B. Revilla, Lani Mercado Revilla, and Brian B. Revilla. House Bill Number 4998, an act creating one additional branch of the Regional Trial Court in the 11th Judicial Region to be stationed in the Municipality of Carmen, Province of Davao del Norte, and appropriating funds therefore, amending for the purpose Section 14L of Batas Pambansa Bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980, as amended, filed by Representative Jose Manuel J.M.F. Lagdameo. House Bill Number 5095, an act creating one branch of the Regional Trial Court and one branch of the Municipal Trial Court in the 12th Judicial Region to be stationed in the Municipality of Datu Odin Sinsuat, Province of Maguindanao del Norte, and appropriating funds therefore, amending for the purpose Section 14M and Section 30 of Batas Pambansa Bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980, as amended, filed by Representative C.T. Shahara by Dimple I. Mistura. And lastly, House Bill Number 5096, an act creating two branches of the Municipal Trial Court in the 12th Judicial Region to be stationed in the Municipality of Parang, Province of Maguindanao del Norte, and appropriating funds therefore, amending for the purpose Section 30 of Batas Pambansa Bilang 129, otherwise known as the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1980 as amended, filed by Representative C.T. Shahara by Dimple I. Mastura. That's all.
We shall now proceed to hear the sponsorship speeches of the authors of the legislative measures. To begin with, in view of the other committees he needs to attend to, we are recognizing the Honorable Congressman Sunny L. Lagon for House Bill Number 3878.
Good morning, Madam Chair. In the interest of time, I move that the explanatory note of this measure will be entered as my sponsorship speech. Thank you, Madam Chair.
There's a motion to adopt the explanatory note as the sponsorship speech of the author. Do I hear a second? Is there any objection? Hearing none, the explanatory note is hereby adopted as the sponsorship speech of the Honorable Sunny L. Lagon. Moving forward. Thank you, Kong. We recognize the Honorable Representative Eric L. Olivares for House Bill Number 3246.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Lagbas.
For the initial consideration and approval of the committee reports of the following bills, this representation shall sponsor House Bill 3246 by author Representative Eric Olivares, House Bill 3979 by Representative Dimple Mastura, House Bill 5095, likewise by Representative Dimple Mastura, House Bill 5096, likewise by Representative Dimple Mastura, House Bill 4647 by Representative Dennis Tom L. Hernandez, and I move, Madam Chair, that the explanatory notes attached to the aforementioned bills be adopted as the sponsorship speeches of the authors, Madam Chair.
There is a motion from the Honorable Lagbas to adopt the explanatory note of House Bill numbers 3246, 3979, 4647, 5095, and 5096 as the sponsorship speeches of their respective authors. Do I hear a second?
Second.
The same has been seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion to adopt the explanatory notes of the aforementioned legislative measures as the sponsorship speeches of the respective authors is hereby approved. Moving forward, House Bill Number 3514. The Honorable Representative Edsel A. Gallios is recognized.
Madam Chair, on behalf of Representative Edsel Gallios, I move that the explanatory note of House Bill Number 3514 be adopted and considered as their sponsorship speech I so move, Madam Chair. Thank you.
There is a motion from the Honorable Angeles to adopt the explanatory note of House Bill 3514 as the sponsorship speech of the author. Do I hear a second? Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved. The explanatory note is adopted as the sponsorship speech of House Bill number 3514. Next in line is House Bill number 3859. The Honorable Congresswoman Maria Cristina C. Angeles is recognized.
Madam Chair, honorable members of the committee, I move that the explanatory note of House Bill number 3859, proposing the addition of 1 regional trial court and 3 municipal trial courts in cities within Tarlac City, be adopted and considered as my sponsorship speech for purposes of the committee's deliberations. The explanatory note sets forth the constitutional and policy foundations of the measure, particularly the guarantee under Article 3, Section 16 of the 1987 Constitution on the right to the speedy disposition of cases and the need to strengthen judicial capacity in Tarlac City in light of increasing case loads and expanding jurisdiction. In addition thereto, and for the purposes of the record, I respectfully submit a supplemental justification to further articulate the necessity of creating additional municipal trial courts in cities in Tarlac City. Accordingly, I move that the supplemental explanatory note be adopted and considered as part of my sponsorship speech. I so move, Madam Chair. Thank you.
There's a motion to adopt the explanatory note of House Bill 3859 as part of the sponsorship speech of the Honorable Angeles. Do I hear a second? Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby granted. The explanatory note of 3859 is adopted as the sponsorship speech of the author. The rest of the manifestation of the Honorable Angeles are noted by the Justice Committee. Next in line is House Bill number 4861. The Honorable Representative Ramon Jolo B. Revilla, Lani Mercado Revilla, and Brian B. Revilla are recognized. The Honorable Angeles is recognized.
Madam Chair, on behalf of Representative Ramon Jolo Revilla, Representative Lani Mercado Revilla, and Representative Brian Revilla, I move that the explanatory note of House Bill number 4861 be adopted and considered as their sponsorship speech. I so move, Madam Chair. Thank you.
There's a similar motion to adopt the explanatory note of House Bill 4861 as the sponsorship speech of the authors. Do I hear a second? Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The explanatory note is hereby adopted as the sponsorship speech of the authors of House Bill 4861. And the last is House Bill number 4998. The Honorable Congressman Jose Manuel J.M.F. Lagdameo is recognized.
Good morning, Madam Chair. On behalf of my constituents in the 2nd District of Davao del Norte, I thank you for including this bill in the agenda for today. A bill that seeks to create a new regional trial court branch in Carmen. I move to include the explanatory note of the bill as my sponsorship speech for this measure, but I would like to add a few words. By creating an additional regional trial court branch in Carmen, we do more than redistribute caseloads. We bring justice closer to the people. We reduce travel time, transportation expenses, and the opportunity costs borne by litigants, witnesses, and counsel. We ease the burden on existing courts and help ensure that cases are heard and resolved with greater efficiency. This new branch will significantly enhance access to justice for the residents of Baraulio, Duhali, and Santo Tomas. For them to reach the courts in Panabo, they would first have to travel to Carmen to get access to the national highway. By situating an additional RTC branch within closer reach, we make the judicial system more responsive to their daily realities. We transform constitutional guarantees into lived experience. This need was first recognized by the municipality of Carmen under the leadership of Mayor Leonidas Bahagi. The municipal government donated a parcel of land to the Supreme Court. This lot will serve as the home of its Hall of Justice to serve the needs of the 2nd District of Davao del Norte. a copy of the deed of donation and Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 612 series of 2023, which authorized it, is in my possession, and I will submit it to the committee. A more accessible court system strengthens public trust. A less congested docket promotes timely resolution of disputes. And a judiciary that is present and reachable affirms the state's commitment to fairness and the rule of law. This measure is practical, necessary, and constitutionally grounded. It addresses a clear and growing demand for judicial services in Davao del Norte. Most importantly, it advances our duty to ensure that justice is accessible, effective, and swift. For these reasons, I respectively urge the immediate approval of this bill. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. The manifestation of the Honorable Lagdameo is duly noted. There is likewise a similar motion for the adoption of his explanatory note as part of his sponsorship speech. Do I hear a second? Any objection? Hearing none. The explanatory note is therefore adopted as the sponsorship speech as well of the author, Honorable Lagdameo. That concludes the sponsorship speeches of the 10 legislative measures for the creation of court sala. Now we shall hear the comment and manifestation of our resource persons. To begin with, Comsec?
From the Supreme Court of the Philippines, Office of the Court Administrator, Honorable Maria Teresa Dolores C. Gomez Estoesta.
The Honorable Justice Estoesta is recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Good morning, Madam Chair and honorable members of the Committee on Justice. We thank you very much for the invitation to be able to share our institutional perspective on the creation of courts, because we do know that this aligns with the strategic plan for judicial innovations of the Supreme Court, especially answering access to justice. So if we may be allowed, Your Honor, we place our premise on how we render our comment on all House bills. First, we establish certain parameters. We look at caseload statistics. We look at geographic and accessibility factors. We look at special jurisdiction needs. We look at court performance metrics and also long-term sustainability in mentioning our comments. So to start with, Your Honor, it's House Bill number 3246, which seeks to create 3 additional branches in the Regional Trial Court of Parañaque City. As of the present, there are 11 regional trial courts with 1 statutory family court. So if we look at the caseload statistics as a parameter, as of now, Your Honor, in 2025 alone, the total caseload of all these courts numbers 4,236 cases, or an average of 353 cases per court, although the average number does not really reflect the active docket number of each court. We can likewise give the information, Your Honor, if you require us. But in terms of caseload statistics, we fully support the House Bill creating 3 additional branches in the Regional Trial Court of Parañaque City. For House Bill 3514, Your Honor, which proposes the creation of 1 additional branch of the Regional Trial Court in the 7th Judicial Region with seat in the municipality of Dalaguete, province of Cebu. If we look at the parameter of caseload statistics again, Your Honor, there is no regional trial court in Dalaguete City. Instead, if we consider crimes or civil cases that are filed in Dalaguete, it will be under the territorial jurisdiction of the Regional Trial Court of Argao, Cebu, which establishes its jurisdiction within the municipalities of Sibongan, Boljoon, and Alcoy. And as of the present, there are 3 regional trial courts in Argao, Cebu. This courts, Your Honor, has a total caseload of 1,230 cases, or an average of 410 pending cases per court. In view of this, Your Honor, we fully support the creation of 1 additional branch of the Regional Trial Court in the 7th Judicial Region with seat in the municipality of Dalaguete, province of Cebu. For House Bill number 3859, which proposes the creation of 1 additional regional trial court and 3 additional MTCC or Municipal Trial Court in cities branches, all to be seated in Tarlac City, province of Tarlac, Your Honor. in terms of caseload statistics and geography, there are actually 5 regional trial courts and 1 statutory family court in Tarlac City with jurisdiction over Tarlac City, Victoria, La Paz, Gerona, Ramos, and Pura. There are 2 municipal trial court in cities stationed likewise in Tarlac City and with branches 1 and 2. In 2025, Your Honor, the number of caseload of the regional trial courts is a combined total of 2,279 or an average of 380 cases per court. For the first level court or municipal trial court in cities, we have a total caseload of 1,341 cases pending or an average of 671 pending cases. Your Honor, we do consider that if per court holds a number of 380 to 671 pending cases, that is already considered a high volume, considering that there is only 1 judge per court, Your Honor. So we do, the Office of the Court Administrator, fully support the House Bill number 3859, proposing the creation of 1 additional regional trial court and 3 MTCCs in Tarlac City, Tarlac. For House Bill 3878, Your Honor, which seeks the creation of an additional regional trial court in the 7th Judicial Region to be stationed in Consolacion, Cebu, Province of Cebu. There is no regional trial court presently seated in Consolacion, Cebu. Instead, if there are crimes committed or there are civil cases arising in Consolacion, this will be recognized in the Regional Trial Court of Mandaue City, Cebu, together with Cordova. As of the present, there are 10 regional trial courts and 1 statutory family court in Cebu. But in our data, Your Honor, for case load statistics and court performance metrics, there is a caseload, a high volume of 6,756 cases or an average of 614 cases per court being shared in the Regional Trial Court of Mandaue City. Likewise, for the present, there are more cases being filed, Your Honor, because 1 branch in Mandaue has likewise been designated as an anti-graft court, and there are really cases being filed. But, Your Honor, insofar Section 4 of the proposed Bill 3875, if I may refer to Section 4 thereof, it specifically provides for the creation of a staff complement in the Regional Trial Court as follows. The Regional Trial Court Judge and a Clerk of Court 6, including a Court Legal Researcher 2, Interpreter 3, 4 Court Stenographer 3, 1 Sheriff 4, 1 Data Entry Machine Operator 2, 2 positions for Clerk 3, 1 Process Server, and 1 Utility Worker 1. Since this is 1 branch of the Regional Trial Court, Your Honor, the designation Clerk of Court 7 is actually a designation of the Office of the Clerk of Court instead of a branch clerk, and that not all Regional Trial Courts will have an item Data Entry Machine Operator 2. Instead, this position is found at the Office of the Clerk of Court. Your Honor, with the creation of Republic Act 12233 or the Fiscal Autonomy Act, the creation of a staff complement under Section 4 of House Bill 3878 may create, if we do respect, certain conflicts, because as of now, the Supreme Court has a technical working group working on the implementing rules and regulations of the Fiscal Autonomy Act, part of which is to recreate and reorganize the structural reorganization of the court, Your Honor. So we may be redesignating positions and the standardization of the present plantilla level in the judiciary.
Is it the intention or the preference of the Office of the Court Administrator for the legislative measures to just be silent about the creation of the position?
Yes, Your Honor, and to make them similar with as any other regional trial court, Your Honor.
Except that in our past committee meetings regarding creation of court, we purposely added the creation of 1 plantilla for the prosecutor and 1 plantilla for the public attorney. That is to make sure that the court will operate. But with respect to the staffing pattern, the staff members who will be working in the newly created court. For the past legislative measures, we've been silent about the specific plantilla positions of the court or the sala to be created.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
You may continue, Honorable Esta.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. For House Bill 3979, which proposes the creation of one additional municipal trial court in Sultan Kudarat in the province of Maguindanao del Norte. This is in Region 12, Mindanao. There is a single sala in Sultan Kudarat, Maguindanao del Norte. But for in terms of data, caseload statistics, and court performance metrics, Your Honor, as of 2025, there is a low volume. Only 12 cases are handled in the single sala. So perhaps, Your Honor, we, in terms of demonstrable necessity, for 12 cases, and we, if we pattern or we want to predict the possibility that there will be more cases, perhaps, Your Honor, that the creation of one single sala may may not yet be warranted under the circumstances, without, of course, barring the future legislation on the process, assuming that the volume of cases that will soon be
Justice,
filed.
with all due respect, before you started discussing one by one all these legislative measures, you made mention about several parameters.
Yes,
and
Your
the
Honor.
caseload is just one of the many parameters that the Office of the Court Administrator is considering. So may we hear your comment with respect to the three other parameters like the accessibility, the geographic condition, with respect to House Bill number 3879. Kahit wala dito yung author, the chair is supporting the creation of this court. Justice Esta, please.
Yes, Your Honor. This is for House Bill 3979. Your Honor. 3979. As of now, Your Honor, the courts in Sultan Kudarat, province of Maguindanao, we have the first level court. We have one in Cotabato, Kidaparan, Marawi, and there are 5 first level courts in Iligan. So in terms of geography, Your Honor, we would like to think that they are balanced so far, so that if anything that is that there are crime committed or civil cases arising in Sultan Kudarat, they can be filed in the nearby courts such as Cotabato or Kidaparan, Marawi, and Iligan City. But Your Honor, if it takes, does it take 3 hours? Sometimes it would. Sometimes, Your Honor, we do appreciate that if the honorable author of the bill will consider a distance of time, let's say for a litigant to travel around 2 hours, then you are correct then, Madam Chair, that can likewise be considered. Because it is true that even if there's a low volume of cases in the Municipal Trial Court of Sultan Kudarat, perhaps, Your Honor, in other municipalities can be considered, because there is already one existing single sala in Sultan Kudarat. But so that we can do balance, we can cascade all of them in the entire Maguindanao, province of Maguindanao del Norte.
May we direct the Secretariat to request from the sponsor, the Honorable Mastura, further justification for the creation of MTC in Sultan Kudarat, Maguindanao del Norte. This is House Bill number 3979, because all of us here are not familiar about the place. Meantime, Justice Esta, we may continue deliberating on the other legislative measures.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, for purposes of transparency, may I, if with you will allow this representation to again return to House Bill 3979.
Yes, please. You may continue.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I may have mentioned that there is a first-level court in Cotabato and Kidaparan, but these are actually still vacant for the simple reason that the Department of Budget and Management has not yet issued the necessary NOSCA, or the Notice of Organization, Staffing, and Compensation Action, which is why even with the creation of this bill, Your Honor, it may still have the same fate of having it unorganized despite the creation of a bill to that purpose. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. If I may.
Those two courts, once the what's that, NOSCA?
NOSCA, Your Honor.
NOSCA is issued by the DBM.
Yes, Your Honor. That's for the staffing
do you think that the need for this MTC under 3979 will still be posed by the sponsor? Are these nearby places, these two courts?
Sultan Kudarat, the proposal, Your Honor, is to provide an additional municipal trial court in the same seat, which is Sultan Kudarat.
That's why.
So ideally, Your Honor, they will be in the same station.
I see.
Yeah.
So with those two additional MTCs, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where NOSCA has not yet been issued by DBM.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The NOSCA has not been issued in the other areas proximate to Sultan Kudarat.
Like how close are they to Sultan Kudarat? But these are MTCs as well?
Yes, Your Honor. First
I
level
see. So
courts.
same jurisdiction to.
Yes, Your Honor.
How close are they to Sultan Kudarat? If you're aware, Justice. You're not aware.
Cotabato is 22 minutes away from Sultan Kudarat.
It's not really far.
Yes, Your Honor. And Kidapawan is... Kidapawan pala, sorry. Kidapawan is 2 hours away from
that one
Sultan
is very
Kudarat,
far.
Your Honor.
That one is very far.
Yes.
But the other MTC is close.
Yes, Your Honor, in
I see.
Cotabato.
Please continue, Justice.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Madam Chair. So if I may proceed, Madam Chair, to the next House Bill number 4647. I am sorry, Madam Chair. I presume that my time allotment is for all House bills?
Yes,
Is that, okay,
it's for
thank
all
you
House
po.
bills.
Yes, thank you,
You
very
may
much.
continue until the 10th legislative
Yes,
measure.
thank you very much, Madam Chair. So for House Bill 4647, which seeks to create 4 additional regional trial courts and 2 additional municipal trial courts in Rodriguez, province of Rizal. So far, Your Honor, there is no regional trial court in Rodriguez, Montalban, Rizal. So if any case is arising from Rodriguez, it will be recognized under the territorial jurisdiction of the Regional Trial Court of San Mateo, Rizal. As of the present, Your Honor, there are 5 regional trial courts in San Mateo, Rizal, which is really clogged with, as of the present, per our statistics, December 2025, 2,045 cases, or an average of 409 cases per court. And there is, as of the present, 1 municipal trial court stationed in Rodriguez, Montalban, Rizal. For the first level court, Your Honor, the caseload as of December 2025 is manageable in the volume of 356 cases. So this office, Your Honor, will be in full support of the House Bill 4647 because in terms of caseload statistics and court performance metrics, perhaps, Your Honor, we would have more quicker response time, not delay the resolution and decision of these cases if there are 4 additional regional trial courts and 2 additional municipal trial courts, Your Honor. In terms of geography, Your Honor, I think there will be no problem because this is more closer to home to most of the stakeholders. But it's so we really look at the metrics more on the caseload analysis, Your Honor. Thank you very much. So to proceed, Your Honor, House Bill number 4861, which proposes to create 1 regional trial court to be stationed in the municipality of Kawit, province of Cavite. There is no regional trial court in Kawit, Your Honor. So if any, jurisdiction will take cognizance before the regional trial court of Imus, Cavite. So far, Your Honor, as of the present, there are 11 regional trial courts and 1 statutory family court. If we look at the caseload statistics and performance metrics, caseload as of December 2025, we have 1,185 cases or an average of 108 cases per court. While this is manageable, Your Honor, Kawit is still at the center of every commercial business district in Cavite. Not only personally, Your Honor, I take note of the fact that in Kawit likewise, and this is because this is Cavite, there may be, we cannot say that for in terms of long-term stability, no further cases will be filed because of the high volume. It's the center of Cavite. So the office of the court administrator will fully support, likewise, Your Honor, the authorship of House Bill 4861. Proceeding, Your Honor, House Bill number 4998, which proposes the creation of one regional trial court to be stationed in Carmen, province of Davao del Norte. As of the present, Your Honor, there is no regional trial court in Carmen. Instead, the court to take cognizance of cases arising in Carmen will be recognized before the regional trial court of Panabo City. As of the present, Your Honor, there are two regional trial courts in Panabo City, Davao del Norte. But in terms of geography, Your Honor, while there are two regional trial courts in Panabo, the nearby vicinity, we can look at Tagum City, which is on the northeast. There are 4 branches. Branches 1, 2, 30, and 31. And we have the Island Garden of Samal. We have a newly created court, which for the record, I think, although this is yet to be confirmed, there are 2 newly created courts awaiting, again, the issuance of NOSCA by the Department of Budget and Management. But there is one existing family court, or Branch 4 FC, before the Island Garden of Samal. In terms of caseload, Your Honor, if we look instead as the performance matrix and caseload statistics of the 2 regional trial courts in Panabo City, as of the present, there's a high volume of 1,698 cases, or an average of 566 cases per court. In terms of geography, Your Honor, as mentioned earlier by the Honorable Lagdameo, the distance from Carmen to Panabo is 6.6 kilometers, or a 15-minute travel time. The creation of a regional trial court in Carmen will most likely answer to the needs of the stakeholders. If there is if there will be cases arising from Carmen alone. Although initially, Your Honor, we really thought, if for purposes of our opinion, the purposes of honesty, we thought initially that perhaps the regional trial court should instead be, if there's a new one created, should really be ideal to have it seats in Panabo City, considering that the distance in Carmen is a mere 15-minute away, because for purposes of organization and integration, it will be better that there are 3 courts working under the same jurisdiction. But if the Honorable Lagdameo would proceed with sponsoring House Bill number 4998 for Carmen alone, we register no objection, Your Honor, but fully support it, if only to answer to the stakeholders. Because sometimes it does, for one station to answer alone to the needs of the stakeholders and have general jurisdiction, that aligns still with the access to justice.
This is just one RTC.
Yes, Your Honor, creation.
I think the intention of the sponsor is really to have it established in Carmen?
Yes, Your Honor, in Carmen.
I see. Justice, have you commented on House Bill number 5095 and 5096?
Not yet, Your Honor. I was about to, Madam Chair.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
They were grouped together because they have the same author.
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Please continue, Justice.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. So if I will now make our comments on House Bill number 5095, which proposes the creation of one regional trial court and one municipal trial court to be stationed in Datu Odin Sinsuat, province of Maguindanao del Norte. As of the present, Your Honor, there are 3 regional trial courts, one of which is a family court in Cotabato City. So there is none in Datu Sinsuat Odin. Actually, Madam Chair, there is a created family court, Branch 6 FC, in Datu Sinsuat Odin itself, but it is still unorganized, again, pending the issuance of a NOSCA by the Department of Budget and Management. So if it is a creation of a regular regional trial court of general jurisdiction, we will fully support the authorship, Your Honor, because caseload And the performance metrics, Your Honor, it is likewise a high volume of cases, 3,130. So with 3 regional trial courts sharing the total, that will be a high volume of 1,043 pending cases in court. For the proposal to create one first-level court or the municipal trial court to be stationed in Datu o din Sinsuat, as of now, there is none, Your Honor. There is none, but it would appear that the territorial jurisdiction having jurisdiction over crimes or civil cases cognizable by first-level courts committed in Datu o din Sinsuat will be recognized by the MCTC of Datu o din Sinsuat. Yes. But it has a caseload of only 41 cases. So it's a manageable, Your Honor, low volume. So, Your Honor, with due deference, again, to the authorship of the House bill, it may not be warranted as of this time without barring future legislation and movement in the future. Thank you, Madam Chair. So for House Bill 5096, which proposes the creation of 2 municipal trial courts or first-level courts to be stationed in the municipality of Parang, Maguindanao del Norte. Again, Your Honor, although there is no first-level court stationed in Parang, the jurisdiction is recognized in the municipal Circuit Trial Court of Parang, Matanong, Buldan, Barira, Parang of Maguindanao del Norte, but it has such a low volume of cases as of December 2025, numbering only 12. And considering the expedited nature of these proceedings, I will not be surprised, Madam Chair, if it may even reach 0 in the next 3 months. So, with the same comment, Your Honor, it may not be warranted as of this time, again, without barring future legislation for this purpose. So, Your Honor, I guess
that concludes
Yes,
your
Honor.
comment to the 10 legislative measures, no? Just for confirmation, for the legislative measures sponsored by the Honorable Mastura, the 1 MTC in Sultan Kudarat, Maguindanao del Norte is not yet warranted, no? Along with 1 MTC in Datu Odin,
Yes, Your Honor.
and 2 MTC in Parang, Maguindanao, no? To give chance to the author, may I request the Secretariat to kindly request further justification from author Congresswoman Mastura in support of this MTC creations. That concludes the manifestation and comment of the Office of the Court Administrator with respect to the 10 legislative measures. COMSEC?
Thank you
From
Thank you, Justice Esto. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes, our final resource person from the Public Attorney's Office, Attorney Noliver F. Barido and Attorney Nazario Bancoros Jr.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Honorable Legaspi, and fellow resource persons. Madam Chair, the Public Attorney's Office fully supports the enactment of these 10 proposed legislations. We believe that these bills will address our overall problem on access to justice, court congestion, and speedy disposition of cases. However, Madam Chair, pursuant to Section 7 of RA number 9406 or the PAO law, which states that there shall be a corresponding public attorney position at a ratio of 1 PAO lawyer for every organized sala, as well as the corresponding administrative support staff. Madam Chair, we respectfully move for the amendment of the following House Bills: 3514, 3859, 3979, 5095, and 5096 in order to reflect a certain provision for the automatic creation of public attorney position, as well as for the plantilla of the administrative support staff. This is a necessary consequence for the additional creation of courts. We also manifest, Madam Chair, that the same goes for the Department of Justice.
Your manifestation is duly noted by the committee. Any other manifestation or comment from the Public Attorney's Office?
No more, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Yes. We have concluded already the comment and manifestation from two resource persons, the Office of the Court Administrator and the Public Attorney's Office. However, I lament that our resource person from the Department of Justice and the Department of Budget and Management are not present in our today's hearing. And I manifest that their manifestation with respect to the creation of Court Sala are as important as the manifestations of our resource persons today. So with that,
Madam Chair. Motion na lang ako. Sabagay kasi of the others. So do we have to suspend?
As much as possible, you tell me, and then but you help me prepare. That's next, we look at geography, tsaka yung ano yung mga katabing korte.
okay, the chair is now ready to hear the motion of the Honorable Legaspi.
Chair, thank you. I would like to make a motion an omnibus motion to consolidate all the House bills that we discussed today, especially with regard to the consideration approval of the following bills creating new and additional courts, Madam Chair.
There is a motion for the approval of the consolidated legislative measure.
Omnibus approval pala, sorry Chair. I'd like to withdraw that previous manifestation, create a new one. Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to consolidate the aforementioned bills. Thank you, Madam Chair.
There is a motion for the omnibus approval of the 10 legislative measures, with the exception, of course, of House Bill 3979, House Bill 5095 with respect to 1 MTC in Datu Odin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte, and with the exception as well of House Bill 5096. For clarity, these are 10 legislative measures, 8 including the RTC under 5095, covered by the omnibus motion for approval sponsored by the Honorable Legaspi. Is there a second? The same has been seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none. The omnibus motion for the approval of a total of 8 legislative measures for the creation of Court Sala is hereby approved.
As manifested by the power. Okay, Madam Chair, I'd also like to propose an amendment, a motion to amend the bills to include the PAO Plantilla offices as and prosecutors' positions to the aforementioned bills. Thank you, Madam Chair.
There is a motion to amend the approved legislative measures to include the creation of 1 Plantilla position for public attorney and 1 Plantilla position for the prosecutor. For all these courts to be created, is there any second? The same has been seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion for the amendment of these legislative measures for the inclusion of the Plantilla position for PAO and 1 Plantilla position for the prosecutor is hereby approved as well. Committee report.
Madam Chair, I would also like to make a motion for the approval of the committee report.
There is likewise a motion for the approval of the committee report with respect to the legislative measures creating these court stations or sala. Do I hear a second? The same has been seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the committee report, subject to form and style, is hereby approved. If there are no other matters to be discussed in our today's committee meeting, then the chair is ready to hear your most favorite motion.
Madam Chair, the most favorite motion being I move to adjourn this session until the next. Thank you, Madam Chair.
The motion is hereby granted. Our committee meeting is adjourned. Thank you to all our resource persons. Thank you especially to Justice Estuesta for personally coming in our today's committee meeting.